Well, I drank your bath water.
Part of the way this film opens and takes place is we start off with our protagonists coming back down to the Mississippi Delta, and they set up what is known as the juke joint. Now, I have never been in an actual traditional juke joint, but back in 2012, I had an opportunity. We held our family reunion in Mississippi, and it was the first time that we had actually returned, where we had, all of the grandkids, the aunts and uncles, a good percentage of my family actually returned to Mississippi, to where our actual, my grandfather and grandmother were actually at, where my father was born and where they were raised. Well, while there, I actually had the option of actually coming a week early, and I went on what is known as the Chitlin Circuit. I flew into Atlanta, Georgia, and then I rode the bus from Atlanta all the way through Alabama. I went all the way through Alabama, all the way till I got to Mississippi. I took a bus. It was like a 3-day bus trip. I stayed at a couple of motels where I saw some really shady stuff, but I stayed at a couple of motels, and I traveled what is known as the Chitlin Circuit. And I got a chance to see, that part of America, a part of America that I had never seen before, via the Chitlin Circuit over the course of about 3 days to ultimately getting to Mississippi. It was mind-blowing. Now, while I was there, I did stop at a couple of bars where you had a guy out front playing the harmonica, a guy, sitting in the back, playing his guitar on the stoop. And it was really an incredible experience, man. I saw a whole nother side of America. I traveled across the Pettus Bridge. I went to the church where Martin Luther King did his last sermon. I went all through there, and it was a really, really remarkable trip. But of course, back to the point. So the Stackhouse brothers come back to the South, and they decide they're going to open up their own business, i.e. their Black Wall Street. They're going to set up a juke joint. And upon setting up this juke joint, they gather all of the various people from the community to help them build what ultimately will be their own business, their own business venture. Now, we find out into the film that they might have done some shady stuff with Al Capone's people back in Chicago. But the moral of the story is still, these brothers are all about business. They're about business. They're about Black entrepreneurship. And again, that is revolutionary, especially during that time period. Now, after they've set up their actual juke joint, of course, it gets infiltrated by what we later find out are vampires. But what I want to stress is that juke joints throughout the history of this country has always been a place for Blacks, for us to have our own expression, where we could release, where we could be a community, where we could have our own place for our creativity to grow and to vibe, to blow off steam, to come together. This came from us. This came from home. This is not imported from the Americas. This is something that we brought from home, and home, of course, being Africa. And of course, the juke joint is a place that we built for us, for our entertainment. We don't need anything from the outside. We're not looking for anyone to influence us. This is where we could grow, we could mature, and we could let loose and be communal.
My ears, my heart, my body, my soul, my voice belongeth to the Lord.
Yeah, my daddy wasn't around, but my uncle taught the word. Had him at praise house. Baptist. Used to tell me, boy, you swimming in a sea of temptation. Look at the same spirit flow through these church folk, flowing through us with us your blues. They just flow in a different way. More honest way, you ask me. The blues wasn't forced on us like that religion. No. We brought this with us from home.
From the Delta.
Africa, preacher boy. Motherland. That way we do it.
And whenever black people create something, you can be guaranteed white folks are going to try to infiltrate it.
Don't let nobody tell you any different.
I'm sad as all, but I don't need no saving.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Wanted me some kids. I'll mess up. But for Rose, my wife, kids is for another time. In one spring, I seen the change in her. Breasts started swelling up. A couple of mornings I hear her in the bathroom throwing up. I done seen it in other women before, so I knew. Then one day, Rose said she had to go to Jackson, visit her folks, and she ain't want me to go, so I stayed here. You know how they talk about a woman having that glow? She ain't have it no more. She done cut it out. Got rid of it. That voice in my head, every time I think it's gone, it comes howling back. Calls me when I'm ailing. Can't find my way home. Lost in the pines. I calls it the Black Snake Moan. Black snake all in my room. Black snake all in my room. Some pretty mama better get this black snake soon.
Sing, Lance. Please keep singing.
Black snake is evil. Black snake is all I see. Black snake is evil. Black snake is all I see. Woke up this morning. Black snake moved in on me.
Now, in addition to that, you also have films like Black Snake Moan, which of course is Mr. Samuel L. Jackson. Shout outs to him. He's an incredible actor, where he talks about the blues and how it influenced him and the storytelling that is involved and the history that's involved. Black Snake Moan, if you haven't seen it, yeah, it's got the white chick and the guy with the chain, but it is an excellent film by Mr. Craig Brewer, also of Hustle and Flow fame.
1956 was just one of those years.
Something inside me, Lord, just won't let me be.
I had a gal that I was in.
My baby's gone.
Hell with it. I wrote a poem about it that can probably tell it better than I can.
I wake up early in the morning in my bedroom all alone.
Oh, I love that woman. When I'm with her, I felt like a king.
A lot of people sleep on HBO. HBO Films actually puts out a lot of really cool projects in their original film department. One of those films is a film called LACKAWANNA Blues. It had my main man, Mr. Mos Def. Mr. Mos Def was in that film, and of course he always puts in work. But there was a lot of other people in that film that make it incredible. And again, it talks about the blues, it talks about black community, it talks about black family. If you haven't seen that, you want to check that out as well. But LACKAWANNA Blues is also one of my favorites.
I say, Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy on me. Lord, on me. Lord, have mercy, yeah. Lord, have mercy on me. Lord, have mercy.
As I walked away, my heart in my head, I had the strangest feeling she was with another man. I had the strangest feeling she was with another man.
I kicked down that woman's door. She was naked, holding that man, making love on the floor. I lost my mind for a time, oh Lord. I grabbed that butcher knife. He jumped up in my face and I swung. I swung that butcher knife. I dug it into his body. I pulled it out. I dug it in. I pulled it out. Oh Lord. There was blood. Blood on my hands, and there was blood. Blood on my face. Blood on the walls. Blood all over the place. When I had finished swinging that knife, I had taken his and her life.
Something inside me, Lord, just won't let me. My heart in trouble, and my soul in misery.
Otis McClanahan, Life Story.